Imagine scrolling through the internet like you normally do, nothing unusual, nothing shocking, until suddenly one name appears in a place no one expected. A name that makes millions of people around the world instantly stop scrolling. That name is Jimin from BTS. Within minutes, the internet explodes. Fans are confused, curious. Some are excited, others are skeptical. Because somehow, mysteriously, Jimin's name has appeared in the songwriting credits of a song called Into the Sun. But wait, is this real? Did Jimin actually participate in writing the song? Or is there something much stranger happening behind the scenes? Welcome to Jikook Lover. Before we uncover the story that has ARMY arguing across the internet, make sure you like this video, drop your theory in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss the biggest K-pop mysteries and updates. Because what we're about to reveal might change how fans see the story completely. The internet has always had a strange way of creating global storms out of the smallest details. Sometimes a rumor begins with a blurry photograph. Sometimes it starts with a mysterious message posted late at night. And sometimes, the spark that ignites a worldwide debate is nothing more than a single name appearing where nobody expected it to be. That is exactly how the story began. At first, almost no one noticed. Somewhere on the internet, a screenshot quietly appeared. It looked ordinary, almost boring at first glance. A simple list of production credits for a song titled Into the Sun. Nothing about the image screamed breaking news. There were no flashing headlines, no dramatic captions, no bold claims. But the internet has millions of eyes. And eventually, someone looked closer. When they did, something strange appeared. Among the names listed in the songwriting credits was a name that immediately caught the attention of fans around the world. Jimin. For a moment, people thought it must be a mistake. After all, the global superstar from BTS appearing in the credits of a song many fans had never heard about before seemed almost too random to be real. But curiosity is a powerful force on the internet. Within minutes, the screenshot began to circulate across social media platforms. Fans started sharing it in group chats. Someone reposted it on a fan forum. Another person uploaded it with a simple caption asking one question: "Is this real?" And that was all it took. Suddenly, timelines were filled with speculation. Comment sections turned into investigative discussions. Threads grew longer and longer as fans tried to piece together what exactly was happening. Some people were convinced it had to be real. Others immediately rejected the idea. But what made the situation even more fascinating was that the mystery seemed to deepen with every passing hour. Because when fans began researching the song itself, they discovered something interesting. The track Into the Sun appeared to involve producers known for working in genres like hip-hop, R&B, and pop. These were musical territories that BTS members were already deeply familiar with. Over the years, BTS had built a reputation not just as performers, but as artists heavily involved in the creative process behind their music. For longtime fans, this was an important detail. Because if there was one thing ARMY knew well, it was that BTS members frequently participated in writing and producing songs. So the possibility that Jimin might have contributed to a project like this was not entirely impossible. Still, there were many unanswered questions. When could this collaboration have happened? Why had nobody heard about it before? And perhaps the biggest question of all, if Jimin truly had a role in the song, why had there been no official announcement? As the hours turned into a full day of online discussion, the mystery only grew. Some fans began analyzing the songwriting credits in more detail. They tried to identify every producer involved in the project. They compared the names with previous collaborators who had worked with BTS in the past. Others took a different approach. Instead of focusing on the credits themselves, they started listening closely to the song. They discussed the musical style, the structure, the emotional tone. Some believed they could hear subtle elements that reminded them of the kind of artistic influence often associated with BTS. But the internet is rarely a place where everyone agrees. Skeptics quickly enter the conversation. They pointed out that the name Jimin is not necessarily unique. There could be another songwriter with the same name. Others argued that credits sometimes appear because of sampling or reference tracks used during the production process. In other words, the appearance of a name does not always mean direct involvement. The debate intensified. Every few minutes, new theories appeared. Some fans suggested that the song might have originated from an old demo created years ago during collaborative studio sessions. Others speculated that the credit might be related to shared songwriting structures or melody references. And then there were those who believed the explanation could be even simpler. A clerical error, a metadata mistake, a technical glitch that accidentally connected the wrong name to the wrong song. But if the explanation was that simple, why hadn't it been corrected yet? That question alone kept the discussion alive. As more people discovered the rumor, the conversation spread beyond fan communities. Music discussion pages began mentioning it. Reaction videos started appearing. Content creators started asking the same question in dramatic thumbnails and headlines. Was Jimin secretly involved in this song? Or was the internet witnessing yet another viral misunderstanding? The truth, as it often does in situations like this, seemed to sit somewhere between certainty and mystery. Because the music industry itself is full of complicated processes that fans rarely see. Songs are written months, sometimes years, before they are released. Writers collaborate across different studios and countries. A melody created in one session can travel through multiple producers before finally becoming part of a finished track. Credits can reflect contributions that happened long before the public ever hears the music. And yet, without official confirmation, every explanation remains speculation, which is exactly why the debate refuses to die. Even now, as discussions continue across countless platforms, one thing is certain. The appearance of Jimin's name in connection with Into the Sun has already created a moment of global curiosity. A moment where fans, critics, and casual listeners all find themselves asking the same question. Is this a hidden collaboration waiting to be revealed? Or simply one of the internet's most fascinating coincidences? And perhaps the most intriguing question of all still remains unanswered. If the credit truly belongs to Jimin, could this mean that somewhere out there are more undiscovered collaborations connected to BTS that fans have not even begun to uncover yet? Or our army around the world chasing a mystery that was never real in the first place? The conversation refused to slow down. If anything, it began spreading even faster. Every hour brought new screenshots, new theories, and new debates that seemed to push the mystery even further into the spotlight. What had started as a quiet discovery buried inside a list of songwriting credits had now transformed into a full-blown internet investigation. Fans began digging deeper into the world behind the song Into the Sun. They searched through music databases, producer profiles, and archive discussions, trying to find any connection, no matter how small, that could link the track to Jimin. Some believed the answer might be hidden in an old recording session. Others wondered if the credit came from an early demo that had circulated between producers long before the final version of the song was completed. At the same time, supporters of BTS began recalling moments from past interviews where the members spoke about the unpredictable journey of songwriting. Songs, they explained, often travel through unexpected paths before reaching the public. A single melody can move from one studio to another, from one producer to the next, evolving again and again until it finally becomes something new. That possibility alone kept the rumor alive. Because if Jimin had ever been present in a songwriting session connected to this track, even briefly, it could explain why his name might appear somewhere within the credit system. Music metadata, after all, can preserve contributions that listeners may never fully hear. But uncertainty continued to fuel the debate. Some observers argued that fans might be reading too much into a single screenshot. Without official confirmation, they warned assumptions could easily spiral into misinformation. The internet has a long history of turning small details into enormous stories, especially when global celebrities are involved. Yet others countered with a different perspective. They pointed out that BTS members are not strangers to unexpected songwriting credits appearing in places fans did not initially anticipate. Over the years, various artists and producers have revealed behind-the-scenes collaborations only long after the music was released. Sometimes those stories surface months later, sometimes years, and that lingering possibility was enough to keep curiosity alive. Across social media, fans continued sharing their interpretations. Some analyzed the emotional tone of a song itself, wondering whether its message or lyrical structure carried subtle fingerprints of Jimin's artistic style. Others remained cautious, insisting that speculation should not replace verified information. Still, the question refused to disappear. Was the internet witnessing the quiet reveal of a hidden creative contribution, or simply watching a mystery grow larger because millions of curious fans were looking at the same tiny clue. And as the discussion continues to ripple across the global fandom, one unsettling thought keeps returning to the center of the conversation.